Okay, folks, I mentioned earlier that I only found the 2 bearings, but it looked like there was 3, spot for 3, and I just found it. So hopefully I can get it in there without having to take everything all back apart. But there it is. And you're getting this uncut and unedited. I could have just edited that last spot out, but this will make it easier when it comes time to do the processing of the video anyway. So, because I'll just put all the pieces in order for the video. So, anyhow, that's it. It's got three bearings. Okay, I thought it was a good time to give an update as to what's been going on here. I've got the main frame. Actually, it's starting to look like a helicopter again, almost. Anyway, I got the main frame all put back together. Again, we have the three bearings up inside here. One thing to note on the motor, that it is possible to slide the motor forward and back. So when you go to set your when you put the main bearing in there, that's when you're going to want to put the motor, not main bearing, but the main gear. You'll want to be able to slide this motor forward and back depending on how your gear is meshing there with the pinion. So don't want to tighten that down just yet. I did put the servo in. And the other thing I wanted to point out too is it's very important to run your cables properly. The last thing you want to do is have a cable get caught up inside of a gear and shoot up in flight. So make sure that you run those wires the proper direction and away from any rotating pieces of equipment there. And then I will zip tie down the receiver and the speed control unit. I still got this section here that I have to work with yet, the gyro and the other 2 servos, but I didn't want to take those off just yet because I want to try to do that one piece at a time and route the cables properly accordingly. So alrighty, don't forget your little canopy pieces there also off the old one. But it's starting to come along. Again, it wasn't as bad of an accident as I thought it was, and it's just that replacing the whole frame is rather time consuming. And thanks again for watching as I go through this, and more to come yet. Okay, another tip I wanted to pass along that we're going to try actually. Sometimes going to put that canopy on, it's kind of a pain with the ESC wires sticking out over the end, and you got to push that canopy up a little bit in order to get it to clip on. So what I've done, since I had this thing apart anyway, is I just kind of tie wrap the ESC wires up there a little bit, so now they don't stick so far out in the front. And so we'll try that with the new canopy, and we'll see how snug it fits. Okay, I ran into a little bit of a snag, but I think I got it figured out. Looking at the servos. Okay, we've got one here that goes into the aileron, and that one is going to mount on the bottom with the arm coming out onto the port side of the helicopter, or the left side if you're looking from the rear. The wire is going to go through this piece here, and I'll bring it right down around the back. Now the other servo, this one had come off in the crash. And looking at the receiver down underneath there, the only spot that it's going to be able to go into is the aux1 channel. Now this one is going to be facing on the other side, and again, I'm new to the hobby, so I'm not sure if this is for collective or if it's for aileron or what, but So again, I'm still learning, and any comments that you may want to add to the bottom down below, please feel free. I'm also going to post this video on RC groups there, so feel free to comment there as well. Then the wire is going to come through on the back side, wrap on around, and then we'll just take it down the wire, run down the side. And that's it for that step. Okay, come on, camera, focus. Anyhow, this is what I've got so far. Got the landing gear in place. Got the gyro on, the servos. The one thing I'm going to have to pay attention to is how got the wires run there with regards to the servo. We got them zip tied here. Again, I've got to finish the zip tying that. But one thing I just discovered is that I'm missing a piece. It's probably still sitting out in the field. That one support bar that took apart earlier, that's probably for the pinion for the tail belt. And it's probably fallen off when I had the crash. So I may have to see about locating that or getting a replacement part for it. So in the meantime, I think I am going to call it quits for the day. Get rid of some of my trash and consolidate my parts that I've got, and do some research on that pinion. And then I'll continue once I get more parts. Okay, just discovered that this swash plate keeper needs to go on prior to assembling the two halves on the main housing. Hopefully I'll be able to loosen things up and get that in there without having to disassemble everything again. Anyway, again, I'm hoping that this is helping somebody else out. May save you some time.